Falcon 9 is in startup.
Dragon Spacecraft, go for launch.
4, 3, 2, 1, ignition, engine full power, and liftoff. Go Axiom 3.
SpaceX launched a Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral Thursday afternoon at 1:49 p.m. Eastern Time to support the Axiom 3 mission to the International Space Station. Atop the Falcon 9 was the Dragon Spacecraft, with an international crew, including the first Turkish astronaut, Alper Gezeravci. In addition was dual citizen of the U.S. and Spain, Mission Commander Michael Lopez Alegria, Walter Villadei, a member of the Italian Air Force, and Marcus Wandt from Sweden. The flights operated by Axiom and Spacex offer an alternative route to space for private citizens and astronauts that are not a part of the routine crew rotation on board the ISS. Seats in the past have sold for as much as $55 million, but this flight is the first when a government or space agency has picked up the tab.
Dragon Spacecraft, trajectory nominal.
One of the highlights of the flight was the landing of the Falcon booster back on land at Landing Zone 1 at Cape Canaveral.
Crowds cheering here at SpaceX Mission Control Hawthorne as we tune in to see if we stick the landing. And if you couldn't tell by the loud cheers, we did
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
We did stick that landing. Falcon 9 has landed once again.
After reaching space, the Crew Dragon capsule separated from the Falcon 9 rocket and proceeded on its journey to the ISS, where it docked successfully around 2:40 a.m. Pacific time Saturday morning. After all docking procedures were complete and the Axiom 3 astronauts entered the ISS, the welcome ceremony got underway.
On behalf of the Expedition 70 crew, I'd like to welcome Axiom 3 on board the International Space Station. This is an incredibly exciting time for human spaceflight with the third private mission, which is allowing many more countries to participate in the scientific research and technology development that we do on board this orbiting laboratory. We have doubled the number of nationalities on board the space station, going from 4 to 8, which I think is a great testament to the international collaboration which underpins this marvelous space station. I'm also very proud as a European to welcome 4 other Europeans. I think this is the first time in the history of the space station that we have 5 Europeans on board at the same time. And certainly, it's the first time that we have 2 Scandinavians on board. So I'm very happy to welcome my fellow Scandinavian, Marcus. But we look forward to the next 2 weeks, to an intense period of work on board the space station. So a big, warm welcome to Axiom 3 from us on board the space station.
Thanks, Andy. I think you said it very well. This is really a symbol of how Axiom, in conjunction with NASA and all the partners, is working to expand human access to low Earth orbit. And we've got, as Andy said, so many nationalities represented on board, and this is really symbolic of what we're trying to do to open it up not only to other nations, also to individuals, to researchers, to continue the great work that's been going on board the ISS for the last 2 decades plus. The ride uphill was pretty exciting. Never gets old. I think we probably spent a few more hours in Dragon than we felt like we needed to, but it was all good. Great vehicle. Thanks to you at SpaceX for putting that thing together for us and for such smooth operation. So now I'd like to continue a bit of a tradition that we've started, and that is to award the Universal Astronaut Symbol pin, if I don't lose it, to each of these steely-eyed aviators. I think it's telling that these will be the 7th, 8th, and 9th people that Axiom has provided pins. In fact, since we started flying in 2022, no agency has pinned more new astronauts. And again, this is symbolic of us trying to open up the access to low Earth orbit to more and more people. So first of all, Colonel Walter Villadei, it is my pleasure to... No, I'm going to put it on you.
Oh, right. Great.
You'll be number 609.
Wow, that's a privilege, Mike. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can stabilize myself.
The Axiom 3 astronauts are scheduled to be on board the ISS until February 3rd, at which time they will once again board the Dragon spacecraft and begin their journey back to Earth. A successful mission all around, and congratulations to SpaceX and Axiom Space who made it happen.
Thank you to all participants and welcome aboard Axiom 3 station. We are now resuming operational audio communications.
And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you track every space launch.